See, this is why Lamar Jackson gets the criticism he gets. This is why Lamar Jackson gets the criticism he gets. Last night, the Ravens played the Buffalo Bills. First game of the season. The Ravens had went up, was it 40 to 25? 40 to 25. Going into the fourth quarter. This game was over with. A lot of the Bills fans thought that this game was over with. You had Bills fan, or should I say Bill Mafia fans leaving the stadium. This game was over with. 40 to 25 in the fourth quarter. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, ain't no way you coming back. Buffalo Bills, due to a Derrick Henry fumble, came all the way back from 15 to beat the Ravens. This is why Lamar Jackson, this is why Lamar Jackson gets the criticism he gets. Because when it's time for the big game, he never delivers. Now, it is not all on Lamar Jackson because it's not his fault that that Derrick Henry fumbled that ball. But it's the fact that this is Lamar Jackson's team. He is the face of this team. So any little thing that happens with the Ravens is going to fall back on him. Now, it's also other things that happen in the game that also cause some questioning on Baltimore's behalf. But this is the reason why Lamar Jackson gets the criticism because he can never win the big game. My opinion, this is my opinion. Y'all can leave whatever opinion that you want. But this is my opinion. I know it's the first game of the season. Know it's the first game of the season. But that was Lamar Jackson Super Bowl. That was Lamar Jackson Super Bowl right there. This right here determines can you win the big game or not? Because later on down the line, it should either be Buffalo versus Baltimore to go to the Super Bowl, Buffalo versus Kansas City. But those three teams are going to meet in the playoffs, I believe. Either it be Kansas City, Buffalo, Kansas City, Baltimore, Baltimore, uh, Baltimore, Kansas City, Baltimore, but however it may be, those three teams, they're gonna come down to those three teams to go to the AFC Championship and to go to the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson haven't proven yet that he can win the big game. He has not proven yet that he can get his team over the hump to make it to the Super Bowl. And last night against Buffalo was the prime example of that. Last year, it was Kansas City. First game of the season. First game of the season, game on the line, and Lamar Jackson throws a pass to Isaiah Likely. He caught the pass, but just the tip of his shoe was out of bounds. Cost him the game. Get to the AFC divisional round in the playoffs. against Buffalo. Game on the line. You need 2 points to tie the game. Throws it to Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews couldn't catch the ball. Calls them the game. First game of this season, game on the line. Well, you had the lead. Only thing you got to do is protect the ball. Derrick Henry fumbled the ball. Buffalo recovers. Go scores a touchdown. Momentum is back on Buffalo's side. Guess what? Baltimore loses the game. How much longer will this go on? How much longer do Buffalo fans, the coach, how much longer do you expect Lamar Jackson to stay in Baltimore? I don't think that Lamar Jackson time in Baltimore is long. I honestly think that if Lamar Jackson, if Baltimore doesn't make it to the Super Bowl, and not only make it to the Super Bowl, but win the Super Bowl, I think that Lamar Jackson is going to ask to be traded. Yeah, that's my opinion. I think if Baltimore don't make it to the Super Bowl, not only make it, but win a Super Bowl, I think that Lamar Jackson will ask for a trade because the man wants to win a championship. The man has what it takes to lead a team to the championship, not only to get there, but to win. But it is always somebody else that causes him to not get there. It is always somebody on his team that causes him not to get there. That man want to go to a team that he can get there and he don't have no one to cause him a ring. So to Baltimore, to the coach, to the fans, if I feel like this is just my opinion, if Baltimore don't get to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, Lamar Jackson will no longer be a Baltimore Raven. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Universal Conversation Podcast.